I'm saying? It's part of the game, you know. But now looking back, you know, it really does affect the game. If the other team scores off of a turnover, you know, that's an opportunity that you also had to score. So you got to try to get turnovers, and you got to try not to turn the ball over.
Julian, I've heard several of you guys on defense talking about how, you know, obviously one thing you guys need to do better is stop the run. How do you do that? I mean, how simple is that, or how hard is that?
I mean, it's simple in the sense that we got to play lower and we got to play a lot tougher in the middle. And it starts with our nose guard play and on out to us two guys out on the 2-5s and at the D tackle and the D in spot. I mean, it all starts up with us up front as the D line. And I think, you know, that's one thing the rest of this week and actually the rest of the season we're going to try to emphasize to the rest of the D line that we definitely got to play a lot lower and a lot tougher, you know, up front. I think most of that falls on us as a D line because the linebackers play off of how we play blocks and how we read blocks and being where we're supposed to be. So for them to be able to make the plays that they can make and plays like JT and those guys made last year, we have to play better up front.
UConn has been traditionally a team that loves to run it down your throats. They've had good running backs in the past. What are you seeing out of them this year? It seems like they are a team that relies on the run first again.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's one thing last year I think we actually did a pretty good job at, you know, out there at UConn. I remember our first maybe 5 drives were 3 and outs, you know, a lot of TFLs in those, and we did pretty good against the run for the most part. And I think just the team this year, I mean, what we need to do is like look back at that game as well as look at the mistakes that we've made so far this season, and try to correct those mistakes and definitely try to base our game more towards how those guys played last year, you know, especially up front. You know, you had Scooter and Neil, and of course myself. I think we just need to have that same type of chemistry all the way along the front so that we can play stronger for those guys behind us to be able to make more plays.
You mentioned last year's game. I'm sorry if you already talked about this, but how much did that loss sting, and then especially later when it cost you guys a shot at a BCS game, and then you know, how much is that floating around in your head this week too?
I mean, it's hard not to like, you know, recall that game and look back on it. Like I told the guy earlier, it was a Friday night game, national TV, ESPN. You know, and, we were on a high, coming off a good win the week before, and you come into a place like UConn, and, you know, it's just a game that starting off. I think we were up 14-0 at first, and you know, we pretty much had the game going and everything. And I guess we got a little bit complacent on all 3 phases of the ball. And, it kind of came to haunt us. So I think one thing like Coach Holgerson was trying to install in us this year is play all 4 quarters. I think it's going to take not only all 4 quarters of us, but to win the turnover battle as well. I think turnover was really the key point in the game that lost us the game last year. I mean, we didn't get enough on defense, and we turned the ball over too many times on offense. I think if we can change that and correct that this year, we should be all right.